Hey sports fans, welcome to the Cavalier Sports Report. I am your host Shawn Simpson, and joining me today is a 2003 inductee into the Cavaliers Hall of Fame, Mr. Ed Kaminski. Ed, welcome to the show.
Thanks, it's good to be here.
So Ed, you were an athlete here from 1986 to 88 and then on to University of Arkansas in track as a javelin thrower. But you were a pretty elite athlete coming out of high school. So what made you come to Johnson County Community College?
Okay. Yeah, in high school I had played football, basketball, baseball, also in track. But Johnson County just presented an opportunity for me. I was kind of unsure what I wanted to do, and I knew coming here would give me the chance to not only grow in the classroom athletically and develop to go to do bigger and better things, basically.
So talk a little bit about what it was like when you made that transition. You were able to focus on that one sport because you were a champion javelin thrower here multiple times. What was it like going out there and really excelling at javelin?
It was really different because, like I said, I went from one season to another. It was football, and then you went to basketball, and then baseball, and then track or whatever kind of combined. Being able to focus on the one sport during the whole year really helped me to exceed really my ideas or thoughts or even goals that I had. The training, I was fortunate to be in a position where Steve Yavorik was here at the time. Strength and conditioning was a key not only while I was here, but carried me throughout my career. So, I mean, I was just, like I said, in a great situation and a great place at the time.
Now, you also had to deal with some technical issues because I'm coming from a baseball background, which is more my background. I know if you changed the size and weight of a baseball, you would totally change the game. And you came along on the collegiate level at a time when there were changes to the actual javelin that you throw.
That is correct. In 1986, the rules of the javelin changed. Basically, they moved the center of gravity forward. In doing so, the javelin would automatically land point first. Well, if it's landing point first and not kind of boring or sailing out, it's not going as far. So technically you had to adjust how you threw it, and the javelin, like I said, didn't travel as far. So there's a lot of different nuances, and it took a little bit of time and training to figure out what to do and how to make it go further.
And there's more to throwing a javelin than just rearing back and throwing it. There's a lot of technical elements to it.
That is correct. And like I said, coming here gave me that opportunity to work on that and to develop those techniques and those skills to make the thing go farther. Example, I threw 33 feet further from when I was in high school from when I left Johnson County. So great opportunity, like I said, great situation, and it worked out good. So.
And we're talking about distances that are nearly the entire length of a football field here.
Correct. I mean, my personal best post-collegiate was 270 feet, 6 inches, which is 90 yards. If you put that into perspective, so yes, football field.
Yeah, that's a long way to throw anything. So you left Johnson County Community College and you moved on to Division I competition at Arkansas.
That is correct.
What was that like? Because the competition has to get a little tighter.
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, anytime you move to junior college to Division I, there is definitely a big difference. Arkansas was one of the most competitive track programs in the country. We won 2 national championships when I was there. I was fortunate to be an All-American, and there were expectations for you to compete and to perform at a high level. So it was kind of fun, but yet stressful and challenging. But I think being here helped me prepare for that. I don't think as a freshman I would have been ready to compete and to meet the expectations that were there for me at that time.
Now, moving on from being a collegiate athlete, track and field, one of the biggest stages for track and field athletes is the Olympics, the Summer Olympics.
Correct.
So when you were in the thick of your competition, the 88, 92, and 96 Olympic trials, what was that like?
The trials were something that were, like I said, created an opportunity for me. I really never thought about doing that. I grew up playing football, basketball, baseball, normal, I would say American things. But that opportunity was there. competing on that level and the opportunity to travel and see other countries, and there's, for instance, Finland, their national sport's javelin throwing. They have a week-long carnival with javelin throwing, which I went and spent a week in Finland, which was the weirdest thing, but it was really cool. Great experience. But the Olympic trials and level, there's nothing that you can describe as far as the feeling and the sense of accomplishment to even be, in that consideration or at that level of an athlete. So
that has to be a absolutely amazing thing. So moving on after college, after the Olympics, now you're out of athletics. You have children of your own. You're in the mortgage field at this point.
Right.
And as you are raising your own children, what do you see now with competition for them that's different from when you were coming up?
I mean, it really has changed. I had the opportunity to do multi-sports. I did, like I said, several sports, whereas my daughter, who is at 11 years old, is starting already being pushed and focused on one sport. She's a softball player and a volleyball player, but the volleyball is a big thing for her. Her team won a national championship last year, and they don't practice, they train. It's a completely different world. Youth sports seems to be not as fun as it used to be. It's more serious and more competitive, which is fine, but you still, at that age, I think you still need to have some fun involved. So
that's an important take, I think, for parents, especially somebody like even myself, to take from a world-class athlete like yourself. So thank you for sharing that. The world of business now, this is something I would be really interested to know, is what do you take from a background as literally, we use the term world class to describe a lot of athletes, but literally competing in the world level. What do you take into the business world?
I mean, there's the competitiveness, but the other thing that's very important, I think, is the focus, and you've got goals and you have deadlines or whatever to meet, which is the same thing as in athletics. I mean, you've got things that you want to accomplish, and there's ways to get there, and you have to work hard to do it. So it's kind of the same situation. You just do it, basically.
Yep. All right. Well, Ed, we are very proud to have you as a representative in the 2003 Hall of Fame as a Cavalier and all the accomplishments that you've had. And I think it will always be something that everyone will be proud of, everything that you were able to do here and after. So thank you so much for being here.
It was great to be here. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. So that's going to do it for today. On behalf of the whole JCAV team, I'd like to thank our guest, Ed Kaminski. So until next time, I'm Shawn Simpson, and this has been your Cavalier Sports Report.